Right, this is my NSU Type 110 1967. This car was built in Ringsend in Dublin, Ireland in 1967. Reg Armstrong, the NSU motorcycle rider, set up a plant in Ringsend assembling NSU cars. And the logbook for this car, the first name on it is Reg Armstrong. So it's a historic car in terms of the NSU history of making cars in Ireland. Now I purchased the car in Dublin from another member of the NSU Club of Ireland, and I've done quite a bit of work to it myself, but she's going to the Bodyshop tomorrow because I just can't manage the engine or the work on restoring the metalwork, so hopefully she's been collected tomorrow. I've just put the wheels that I've restored back onto it with new tyres. You can see the camber of the back wheels, which was very unusual compared to modern day cars. Not a lot of rust on the car. There's a couple of sections, particularly around the wheel arches, which is pretty normal for older type cars. There's a lot of surface rust alright on the roof. A lot of the rubbers in the windows are a bit perished and they're letting in some water. The petrol cap here at the side, very unusual place for it. Of course, in the NSU Type 110, most of the Prince cars, the engine is in the rear and the bonnet is in the front. So I've taken all the chrome off of the car, lights, the bumpers, they're all after being taken off, and I've stored them inside in the shed. There is a bit of rust in here in the bonnet, but just a little bit of it up there. Hopefully that the shop can sort for me. There's a couple of holes right down on the floor here, and where the spare wheel was, and at the other side as well. But other than that, it's in pretty good condition. So hopefully they'll be able to deal with all that. Some surface rust on the bonnet. Taking the wipers off as well. New tyres. Those tyres, I'll have to change them again. They were off of a Fiesta, but they're not the right size of tyres for the older type cars. Side window. Door needs some sort of a bit of realignment. It's not opening from the outside for some reason. The seals on the back window, a little bit on the parish side, they're letting in some water, particularly I would say across the top there. Right, let's have a look at the engine. The hinges are taken off, so I can actually take it off. It's in pretty good condition as well. Just needs to be cleaned up and resprayed. This is the engine, air cooled. There's a fan inside here. Some of this housing is missing alright off it. I think I might have it in the shed. The engine was very oily. I've cleaned it up as best I can. It possibly had a gasket blown on it or something that sprayed a lot of oil around the compartment. But that engine is too heavy for me to deal with, so I have to send it to the shop, and they're going to take it out and strip it and see what can be done with it or what needs to be done with it. So let's have a look inside. The doors got a bit of a a ding of something at some stage, so that'll have to be sorted. Not too bad in here, but more than likely there'll have to be a piece put in at the bottom. Pile up the window handles and stuff. Still works away, but it's a bit on the stiff side. Some of this rubbery stuff is coming off as well. A bit of a hole in the floor on the driver's side, and the passenger side it looks okay, but more than likely we'll have to cut the panels out and put in new panels there. I'll have to leave it to the shop to decide on that. Some mould inside it from it being sitting here for a bit, and I have all the seats and all that, they're all restored already, waiting to go back into it. The roof up here, a lot of surface rust, but it looks as if it's only surface rust, just needs a really good sanding and cleaning. All these door arch areas and stuff like that here seem to be in pretty good nick. All these things will still have to be stripped out, but I can do that once the guys in the shop assess the metal work that needs to be done. And need some work done down there as well. Overall, the air system comes through there. Heater controls, gear knob and handbrake. So that's how she looks at the moment. As I say, she doesn't look too bad, but hopefully she's going to the shop tomorrow, so that's why I'm doing this video now. And the next video, hopefully I'll do someday in the shop, depending on what exactly needs to be done to the car. So that's it for the moment.